Okay, remember this body? It's a Datsun 240Z. It was a real pain in the butt to make because of the overhangs, and we've been selling the bodies, as errors. This is error body number 2. It's got all sorts of webbing. But after we made this, we realized it didn't fit on the typical 12 scale that most people think of, the 12Ls and more modern stuff and everything. It's narrower than all our other 12 scale bodies. And I've been trying to figure out what it goes with. Well, the answer was 2 blocks away from my house. That's right, 2 stinking blocks, because no one else had an answer. No one else could figure out what it was for or let me know. So I had to figure it out myself. It is for here, something like this. I got this at an estate sale 2 blocks from my house one weekend for quite a steal. This is a very old school Tamiya 12 scale pan car. Would you like to see what that pan car looks like? Alright, here you go. Ta-da! There you go. There it is. All the electronics, most of it was attached on here when I got it, motor and everything as well, but I kind of stripped it down to see what we had. This is, that was the servo mount, but yeah, it's in pretty good shape. It's a little dirty and everything, but I don't think it was run very much. And this is for holding down the servo up here. You screw this through the bottom and it holds the servo in place. I had all the original to that time and era electrical stuff. You got the mechanical speed control with an inline fuse. What is this? Probably a 380 motor or something like that. And with a pinion that you can flip around to get the different gear ratios. Then, if you're not familiar with these, this rear pod can be flipped around, and then you attach this in there, and you can lower the gear ratio apparently down a little bit more on this, so you have different kind of speed levels for this car. So the motor would be, instead of being mounted on this side, this would be mounted over here, way up high. You can see the holes there. So instead of mounted over here, it'd be mounted up there. This is the electronics that were with it, MRC receiver and the 2 servos for steering and the speed control. Oh yeah, this is the original wrench for it. Another little tool I think that came with it. If you know what this is, it seems like it might be for this, but I can't seem to verify it. The only thing it looks like it would kind of go onto, there's some little spiky things right here. Maybe this, I have the manual and everything for this. We'll get that put up eventually, scanned in and everything, but the nut is in the way for this, so I don't know how that would work on there. So if you know what this is, leave a comment. If it's even for, it may not even be for this, for all I know. Then, oh yeah, the receiver pack with the switch on it, that was mounted somewhere on here. I don't know now. I should have been paying attention. This is a spot to hold the antenna. Yeah, we'll show you the body here. So this is the body for it. It was painted a solid color. This is an ABS white plastic body, kind of like a typical plastic model. This is a separate part up here. You got a separate part for the guy that mounts in from the bottom. Now, you'll notice there's no headlight things in here because I think the original owner was going at trying to trick this thing all out with lights. And why do I say that? Because of this. Even put a little on-off switch on the back for this. But I don't think he ever quite got it complete. It's running on a 9-volt. There's another switch for something there. Not sure what they were trying to accomplish. But this also has a unique way of mounting the body. There's metal rails here on the side that mount into little notches in the chassis plate. But what you're probably wanting to see, you need to confirm is, does this body really work with this? And I'm going to say yes. I haven't cut out the wheel openings on this, but I think that's pretty safe to say that is for that is for this chassis, or at least cars of this era with perhaps this chassis width and everything. The rear wheels might stick out just a little bit on the sides, but I'm fairly confident it's for something like this or something of this era. And this would have been, I think, very early 80s. on this. I'll put that in somewhere in the video here. I'll put in more information on what the model number. Well, I guess maybe that's on the box here. And it doesn't. I don't really see it. But yeah, so that's it. I've got that figured out here, and you can actually see in this picture how things were kind of arranged for the batteries and the electrics and everything are intended to be arranged on this. See the servo up front, the two cell holder, or the two cell holders in the front there. Then you got the receiver pack on the side. I think the receiver and the servo somewhere in there. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, that's interesting car. I had never seen or heard of this car before. And I'm not a Tamiya guy, big Tamiya guy, but got this and then finally solved my kind of mystery about what this body went with. So now I will advertise this as for being for this Tamiya chassis, which has some sort of number I'll put in later. Have a good day. Bye.